everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here, and of course I hope you already have an amazing day so far. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Yanni and I'm doing this all about Christmas channel. On this channel you will find lots and lots of seasonal DIYs and daily decor DIYs. If you like this content, of course I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Enough talking. For today I'm going to take out my tumbling towel blocks again, and of course if you join me, take out your tumbling towel blocks too and your glue gun. And for everyone who love to watch, of course, have fun watching. For today's DIY, we need, of course, our blocks, our wood glue, our glue gun, some glue sticks, a brush, and some furniture wax of paint at your choice. So these are a little bit the main pieces which we will need for our wagons. We are going to make two farmhouse wagons, but of course with our own twist on it. So we will see how this will turn out. So we are going to start from the bottom of the wagon until the top. So we start with the wheels, and we are going to make the wheels. We are going to do two blocks and squeeze them together like this. And we are going to make 8 of this one. But if you only want to make one wagon, of course you need 4 of them. 4 blocks of 2. And then we are going to, when everything is dried up, we are going to make some wheels out of it. Like this. This is already number 3. Squeeze it and press it down. And you are amazed how strong they are. The last time I made wheels for my truck, I also glue it first together and then I did saw them out as a wheel. And strangely enough, I thought they would burst, but they didn't. They just stick very nicely together. So I hope for the best for this one also. So we will see if this is correct or not, or this was only luck the first time. It's also possible. So like this, I am already very messy with my glue. I don't know what I have, but you see already the glue is already all over the place. And he's already fallen down. Sometimes my glue gun has that, and especially when you do a new glue stick inside of it. And this is already number 6. Now we are going to do for number 7, like this, number 7, and the last one, number 8. And of course I also tried wooden rounds, but that was not, they are very thin, and this one is also very thick, because then you get the nice wagon wheels you want to have with a wagon. So I removed the glue again, and like you see, 8 simple pieces of 2. So I was looking through my house because I needed a round which was the same measurement as my 2 blocks were. So, and what I came up with is just this little spool. So I'm going to turn it over and place it down, and I'll get my pencil and I'm going to go next to, like this, around our spool. So go around your house and just find the round which is big enough for our 2 little pieces of, you see already, now we have a nice round for our little wagon wheels. So, and I will do all of them, and then we're going to saw them out. So I did saw out all my rounds, but you see already I still need to sand them with my sanding tool a little bit, and then to get a nice little round. But I'm really happy because they were so small. It is a hard task to do with your jigsaw to go around it, but later I will do sand them. First, what we're going to do, we are going to make the bottom of our little wagons, and of course we are going to need 4 blocks like this. So we are going to make a row of 4 like this. This is 1, and number 2, and number 3 for number 3 and 4 like this. And now you already have your first part, but we are going to need more. So we need another one for first wagon, because we are going to make 2 of them. So I'm going to do 2 at the same time, so it takes a little longer, but at the end, it is so nice to have two. And of course, the wagons you can use separately in a tier tray or somewhere else in a tray in your decor, because they have a nice size to go in your decor. I have to squeeze this one like this. Now we are going to look if both of them are fitting quite nice. And you see, yes, they are having the great size, but sometimes the blocks are a little bit uneven. And squeeze it and press it down. And you see here some glue we are going to take away again. So you have your first piece of 4, and I'm going to make 2 of them because this is the bottom of our wagon, and of course later you will get some wheel on top of here. And I like this wheel because they are quite thick. So I'm going to do the other bottom. We have our 2 bottoms. We are going to make now a row of 3. Again, very easy. I have to use a glue stick. We are going to use also on the side like this and make a row of 3 like this. And we are going to use them for the sides of our wagon. So we need 4 pieces. So this is already 1. And you see, I have my whole table under the glue. I don't know how it always is possible. I am always so jealous on some people who are just crafting so everything is so clean and neat, and I am always one big mess because in my head always come the strangest things what I can do with all the DIYing. So I have maybe too much imagination. Maybe that's the problem with me. This is number 3, number 2, number 3, and this is almost a number 3 like this. And the last, and now you're thinking, must it be a wagon? But trust me, it will turn out as a wagon. 2 cute little wagons, and you can decorate it for any season like this. This is already number 4. So we already have this kind of pieces. Now we need for all our sides, we also need 2 together, like on top of here. We are going to do some glue and squeeze this one and this one together. And we need, because it's the sides, we need 4 of them. This is number 2. And like I always say in every DIY, if you are just don't have the time to watch this, how I make it, I totally understand that sometimes it really takes too long for you. But of course, I hope you stay and you enjoy what you see. And this is number 4. And I have to squeeze it a little bit this way. And now we already have again another piece of our thing, and we need 4 blocks of 1. So, and then we are going to almost ready to build our little wagon. For the sides of our wagon, we are just going to take, we have 4 of them with 2. We are going to get 1. We are going to take a loose block like this, and we are going to glue it against this one. This way, squeeze it and press it down. And this is 1. And now we're going to take again a loose block and do some glue on here. And we are going to lay it on the other side and squeeze it and press it down. And now we have this. We are going to take one of the 4 we made of 3. We are going to make not this side. Of course, you can also do it this way, but I'm going to do for a little different structure. So I'm going to glue this one on this side. So again, do some glue. And we're going to place it exactly in the middle of this one and squeeze it and press it down. And now you get already one side of your wagon. This is one, and we are going to make 4 of them, of course, because this is only one. I will do the rest a little bit faster. We made all our 4 side panels from, this is from one wagon and this is from the second wagon. What we're going to do now, of course, we need the top sides, the front and the back side. So we are going to lay this apart. We are going to take one loose block, and one loose block we are going to take 2 blocks for in the middle, and you can place them like this. Then you have a little opening on the front and on the back side in the middle. You also can choose, I will do all 3 of them and I made the front and the back side closed. That's also an option, just what you want. You see already, if you look right, if I have a thing, that this block is already shorter than 3 of this one. I don't know if all of them are. Yes, all of them are a little bit shorter than 3 blocks. The measurements are always crazy. I don't know how it's possible if you have a measurement in your saw. You can always should get the same size, but it doesn't. So I'm going to go for like this, just a little bit out of the endings. So a little bit over here. But like I said, do whatever you think it's right. I'm going for this one. And just squeeze it and press it down. And we're going to do this one. And again, just a little bit closer like this. So you get a little gap, but not too much. And now I have to get it off my table again. And this is where I go for. And I will make, of course, 4 of them, 2 front, 2 backs, but a little bit faster. Now we have the parts of our sides and we have the tops of each wagon. What we're going to do, because I'm going to make first the top, and I'm going to get one of the side panels, one of the front or the back, just what you call it. And I'm going to do some glue on this corner. And I'm going to place them this way, like this, and I'm going to get them against each other, just like you make a nice square. And again, squeeze it and press it together like this, and keep it in place for a little moment. And you see, this is what I mean. You just glue it very simply together. Now we're going to get this panel, of course, and we're going to glue this on this side. So again, do some glue on here, and of course you can use wood glue. I'm going to turn it over for you, and I'm going to press it against it over here, and I will keep it in place for a little moment, and I'll make sure that I have it on the right spot. And now I'm hoping that my other side panel is just going to fit against this one. But you never know with with tumbling tower blocks. You always have to wait until the, and now you can glue this one, so it is very easy. Just do some glue on this side and on this little corner. It is a small corner to glue on, but of course we have to work with it. I have to place it over here, and I'm going to squeeze it against it. I have to be sure that I have it rightly at this right spot, like this, and I'm squeezing it, and it dries very fast, because you know, glue from your glue gun is drying fast, but is not really steady. So I always hope that my pieces are not falling apart. This is how he is looking like right now. And of course I remove the glue because it's on the ending, it's on the tops over here, just remove it. Just go around with your fingers. Take a little bit of your time for it because it will make your work much nicer. And you see now already we have the top of our wagon. We are going to take a bottom. Whoa. We just made, I'm sorry, it's always chaos. I should have done some sticky gum under my mat because he's always going around for me. When we're going to place it up here, you see already he has a little leftover on this side and a little on this side. And I'm going to try to get it especially in the middle. And I'm going to do this one with some wood glue. So I have here my wood glue. And of course I did measure out all the bottoms and tops, but the measurement of the 3 blocks are a little bit longer than the side panels. It's just I think a millimeter. It's really very little, but I am going to glue it and I'm going to look for how it will look like. So this is, like I said, this is an experiment. Just try, and I hope you have better luck with your blocks, that they are fitting a little bit better than mine does, because mine are really terrible for this package. So I have to deal with it and I have to make the best of it, but we will see how this will turn out. So I let this dry and I'm going to make the second wagon. My 2 wagons are finished, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make for this wagon, of course, a handle for the front. So I already did 2 pieces of tumbling towel blocks together, just very simple in the middle. I thought I had my camera on, but I didn't. So that's why you don't see it, but I think this is so easy. This will be no problem, at least not for me. So what I'm going to do a little bit glue on the top, and I take a loose blocks and I'm taking a half block. I always have a bag with half blocks of tumbling towel blocks. So I just did a package of this kind of blocks, and one package I totally did in half, and I did it in an IKEA bag, and I always have them with me, so I always can take 1/2 block. So it is very easy. Just do some glue on the top on this one. We are going to do this one in the middle like this and squeeze it, and we're going to take a half block and we are going to do this against each other, this one over here, and squeeze it and press it down. And now we hope we get it off our, and this is what it looks like. It looks a little bit like it looks like a cross. It doesn't. At least it doesn't. It isn't a cross, but it really looks. You can use it as a cross. I'm going to get my front of my thing, and I'm going to place in the middle. I'm going to glue this on here like this, and of course you can do it a little bit higher like this. You can place it anywhere you like. I'm going to place the mine not totally on the bottom, but one higher, just like this, and I'm going to do some wood glue in a line over here and a line over here. So, and I'm going to lay down my piece, and of course I have to look that I have it in the middle like this, and I keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up, and then we are going to do the next step. I have my painter's mat on my table and I have my little wheels. I'm going to paint them in the black color, but choose any color you like. But I'm just going to use the simple school board paint, and I'm going to do the front and the back side, and of course the whole wheel, because also on the back side you still can see through it. So I'm going to do all the sides, and I will do all 8 of them. My wheels are drying. What I'm going to do, and I totally forgot, I want to do this one, the handle, also in the black color. So now I have it a little bit more difficult. Of course, paint this before you glue it, if you want to have it also in a black color. So I'm going to do the sides with the smaller brush, because I don't want to mess up the rest of my wagon. So I only do the handle in the black color. Now my wheels are drying, and of course the top of our wagon is going to dry. I don't know if I like it this way. It really looks like a cross, but if you look at a lot of wagons, they have the same handle, but I'm still debating what I can do with it to show that it doesn't look like a cross. So I'm really debating on it, if I leave it this way or if I will change it, but we will see. I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do the two wagons with some furniture wax. But of course, if you want to do another color, go ahead, just do whatever you think is right for your decor. I'm just going for the black of the finish, the rustic look from my furniture wax. There was a handful of words. Didn't come out right. So I'm going to do both of them, and then we go further with the next step. Our wagon is in the paint and it's in the furniture wax, and I wiped it off with some paper kitchen towel. And of course, what I'm going to do before I'm going to glue my wheels on the side, I'm going to make a little print for on top of here. I make here probably it's from wagon 1 and here wagon 2. But of course, you can do any print you like, and maybe you can also leave it open. And if you want to use the print, of course, you will find it in our free printables, always in our description box on this channel all about Christmas, but also on our main channel Deco Easy. So a lot of inspiration prints there to find, so go check it out. And for now, I'm going to print it out, of course, and I'm going to cut it out. And here you see the print, how it turned out. And like I said, I did wagon 1 and wagon 2, and I did them in different size. So I have to look which size I need for the size of the wagon. So like I said, I'm going to cut this out and we're going to Mod Podge it on top. So I laid my wagon on the side. I'm going to take my Mod Podge and I'm going to do some Mod Podge on the back side, and I try to keep the front without the Mod Podge because I want to have the matte finish, I always say. But if you like the shiny one also, then you go over it when it's dried up, you go over it with the Mod Podge a second time. But I always like the matte finish, so I'm going to place it in the middle, and I'm going to look for if I have to change it up, and like this. And you see how easy is this. This is already wagon number 2. So I'm going to do the back side and the other sides. Now we are going to lay our wagon on the side, and I'm going to take some wheel. And if you look really close to the wheel, I can hope you can see it if the light is shining on it, because you used 2 blocks. There's a line in the middle from one to the second block, and I'm going to keep the middle line. I'm going to make them on the same height as the ending of my wagon. So like this. So here is the middle, and here is the middle from this. And I'm going to keep it a little piece out of the ending and a little piece out of the start of the wagon. And then I hope at least I have him almost equal. So the car is staying on this right place. So I'm going to do some glue on here, and I'm going to place I have to stand up for it. I have to place my wheel exactly on the half of this one. So I have to squeeze it and press it down like this. And this way I'm going to do all of them. Our little wagons are almost finished. I did one block. I painted totally in the black because I want my 2 wagons attached to each other, but with a black block. And I'm going to glue it in between this little car and this little one. And of course I glue it this way just to get steadiness on top of each other. But of course you can do a little hook on each side, so you can do here a little hook and here a little one, and you can attach them also. But I like the little piece of the black wood. I'm going to glue this one on this side a little bit sideways, and this one also sideways, so it stays like this, because I like the setting up like this better. But you can do it just this way, you can do them straight, you can do them any way you like. So I'm going to do it this way. So I'm doing some glue at the end of this block on here, and I'm going to place this on the first little truck in the middle, but like I said, a little bit sideways this way, and I keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up. And then I'm going to do some glue on this side, and I'm going to place this one on top of here. But I have to wait until it's dry, and maybe I should have done it better with some wood glue. Maybe that would stay a little bit better and turn them over. But I already did this one, so I have to to go with this plan. So, but if it doesn't stay in place, then I'm going to, of course, do it different, and I'm going to place this one over here. And now I have to be sure that my block is staying in this same position like this. Of course, I have to be sure that I have him glued together. But of course, I don't know if this will work or not, so this is just amateur, an amateur at work. But if you have a better idea, just go ahead and do your idea. So I let it dry. And you see, I placed you a little bit closer before I do my quick inspiration for this season. Of course, I also wanted to show you how easy it is. Just you have your own easy wagons we just made. And we are going to do a little piece of garland. This is a couple of pieces. We are going to do this one inside of the first wagon. Just squeeze it in like this, because it's just using as a filling. And I don't know what this is called. At least I have really no idea, this greenery. But we are going to get it in like this and just squeeze a little bit down, not too much, because it still needs to use as a filling. And we are going to do this one over here. I'm going to take some greenery from the Christmas, of course, and I use this Christmas here. In the Netherlands we call it dennetakken. It's called from a dennenboom. That's why that's the way we call our Christmas tree. We call it a dennenboom. And of course, I'm going to do one in each corner, on this one, and one on this side, and of course one on this side. And you can do some snowmen inside of here, just little figurines. You can do anything with it, so go ahead, use your imagination and just do whatever you think is fitting for your decor and your Christmas ideas, of course. And I know a lot of you must not even think about Christmas, but this is just also a Christmas channel, so I show you also Christmas inspiration. So this corner, and now we're going to get some berries. This one was also from a piece of garland. I ripped it apart and I am using it because that's much cheaper than buying everything new, and the garland is always cheaper than you do loose picks. That's a better word. Like this. And I'm going to do the other corner over here. We are going to do this corner like this. Oh, I already attached to my garland, and this one over here. And we are going to do this one. And this is wire with wire, so you can bend it very easy any way you like. And this one over here in this corner. And now I am going to do also one in the middle, try to get it down. And I'm going to do this one also in the middle. I have to make sure that this one stays in this corner. And now I'm going to do this one in the middle. You see how easy is it just to make a very simple display inside of your little wagons. So I'm really happy with it, how it looks like. But like I said, do it any way you like. And now you get the real quick impression. You see already on my table again two little wagons without anything. So we are going to start again for the another inspiration. We are going to do again some garlands. You know already the drill, like they say always. Just do it inside. I'm just going to do the same over here and just this way. Just squeeze it down. And I need a little piece more because this one is a little bit much less lower than the other one. So I'm going to try to do it even. And this, and of course also with the greenery is fine. You can now do also some lemons inside of here, or maybe some faux apples. I also have apples, I have pears. So that's always also a nice look to see, especially the lemons. But I'm going to go again for my lavender because I am loving lavender, so bear with me. I'm doing all of this one also in the four corners, and I'm going to bend it over, and I'm going to place this one over here, and I'm going to do the other one the opposite direction, of course also over here, and place it in. We're going to do this one on this corner and this one on this corner. And we do the same on this side. And everyone who don't want to see how I do this, please skip forward. I understand this. If this is nothing for you, then I understand that you skip it forward. But if you enjoy this, of course, I always love to show you also how I make my displays. And it doesn't matter what you use. You can use anything you have laying around. It just is the same way you always do it, just with other greenery, other flowers. I'm going to give one of my ferns over here and one of my ferns over here, and I do a one on this side like this. And of course I'm sorry if I say some words more often than other words, but I'm doing my best to pronounce my English as good as I can. I almost forgot one piece of my lavender in this corner. And I just always love a little bit, everything is popping out. And now I'm going to find a piece of boxwood. And again, just make two bundles of two. Just take two of them. This is also a garland, a piece of a garland. And I always rip it apart. I'm going to do a little couple of them over here. I'm going to do a couple of them on this side. And it gives, if you do them together, it gives immediately a better look because it looks more filled up. I'm going to do two over here. And I'm going to do two on this side, of course. And I see here a little gap. So I take a little bit of the filling pieces and I'm going to place them inside. And I am already loving how this is looking like. I have a couple of my bunnies, and this is just styrofoam bunnies. They're on the underside there was a piece of faux grass. I ripped it off because I don't like that. So, but maybe I can use it in another DIY. I get some toothpick like this and I'm going to stick it in the bottom, and I'm going to place it one on this side and another one on the other side. And of course you can use some little chickens, you can use anything you like, and just work your way inside of it like this. And I'm going to do the other side the same, and then we get a nice bunny train or bunny car, how you call it, bunny wagon. And then we're going to fill it up with the couple of greeneries just to look the bottom of our bunnies look a little bit better. And I'm going to do this one over here a little bit sideways, and I have here some greenery. Of course he's already falling down, so we are going to give some help this way, and we're going to do some greenery inside of here just to fill it up. And on this side, and you can do it with this greenery, but you can also do it with some boxwood. It doesn't matter, just what you think is right. So I think he turned out very nice in the moment you see a little bit closer. And this was it already for today's DIY inspiration. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. You see already I did the wagons, I lit the bunnies inside, but I was thinking before you see this, the Easter is already over. And if you don't like bunnies, I love bunnies in the spring season. Just change it up for something else you have laying in your home. And for now, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube family, I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more DIY inspiration, there is a lot to see. Come on over to my description box. There you find the link for this channel and of course our main channel Deco Easy together with Diane. So enough talking. I wish you all an amazing day everyone and I hope to see you on Saturday.